Plays from last night. Darren Collison with the smooth crossover. Oh, sorry, DeAndre Ayton.
Watch the guys on the bench.
Oh, no.
Watch out, big fella. His shoes got stuck. The move was not that great, but his shoes actually got stuck.
Didn't DeAndre Ayton sign with Puma? Wasn't he Puma's big foray into basketball?
Hey, listen, man.
That
you guys
great.
are taking that shoe money.
Yeah, absolutely.
Clay's wearing some Bobos. Man, I remember Shaq used to wear those Bobos.
Yeah.
Man, I went to the grocery store, saw him in the checkout line.
Heat and Hawks, Dwayne Wade. Backs down Trae Young, spins off him, makes a little layup.
D-Wade, fresh off paternity leave. Good for him. It's 2018. Got 35 over the weekend off the bench, and now a little whoopsie-doo. My guy D-Wade still getting it done in year 16. Go get it, D-Wade.
Look at the hot pink colors.
Oh, yeah, the Miami
He got
Vice.
the hot pink. He got a little throwback afro there.
Yeah.
Indiana, Duke, Hoosiers think they've got an easy layup, but Zion comes out of nowhere, spikes it away.
That's what Cece was doing to our pre-show takes today. Just batting them out in the air with ferocity.
Yeah, you guys didn't get a lot of sleep last night. Not your best morning. Not your best product y'all put out there. Some of that, get out here.
Get out.
Some better questions.
But Zion, what do you have, 25 last night? Oh,
Later in the game, more Zion gets the steal. Just a casual windmill dunk.
Oh, just a little lefty. Is he going to break a backboard this year? I'm setting out the challenge, Zion. Break a backboard this year, man.
Zion, do me a favor, man. Work on your little jump shot because you're going to be coming to the league and Chris Carter will rip you apart when you can't shoot the basketball. Work on your J.
I think he can shoot. I don't think he's a great shooter. I think he can shoot. I just don't think.
No, it's obvious he's not a great shooter.
Right, but I don't think he refuses to shoot like some of the guys that are your pet peeves.
All right, the big headline in the NBA last night went something like this. Lakers lose big, Lakers look bad. LeBron didn't have his best night, scoring only 14 points on 15 shots. Lonzo didn't have his best night, left the game with a sprained ankle, said he will be back on Thursday, though. And boy, the Lakers didn't have their best night, losing 115-87 to the third-place Nuggets. All right, Nick, what went wrong for the Lakers last night?
All right, well, so LeBron had his worst game of the year, and you could argue one of the worst games he's had in a decade. So post-rookie year, there's only been 15 games. LeBron had this few combined points, rebounds, and assists in a game. 10 minutes into the game, the Lakers are up 1. LeBron's got 10 points. He's 4 of 7 from the field. The rest of the way, he had 4 points and was 1 of 8 from the field. So, like, that's a recipe to getting blown out. They got it close late in the second quarter. Lonzo turned his ankle. I mean, it was a bad game all around. The real teams go to Denver and lose. That's one of the best home court advantages in the NBA. The real problem for the Lakers, aside from LeBron having an awful night, to me was not last night's loss. It was this weekend's loss. If they had not lost to the Magic, they didn't come in here on a winning streak. You lose to Denver on the road, no problem. It's compounded because they had a game they should not have lost at home against Orlando. Then this game all of a sudden takes on greater importance.
But they also played terribly last night.
Well, correct. They played, but we wouldn't be reacting to it as negatively as we will today if they hadn't previously lost to Orlando. But it's very simple. That Rondo's out, Lonzo went out, and LeBron had a horrible game. Not just by his standards, but, 5 of 15 from the field, 14 points with 2 assists. Like, that's not a LeBron James game. That's not even a fringe all-star bad game. So all of that led to getting blown out yesterday.
Yeah, I don't want to overreact, but it is that point in the season where you've played 20 games. Right? They're 11 and 9. What I get concerned about is the lack of energy, especially with young players. You would think they're young. They should be up and ready to go and play at a pace because that's what they said. They want to play up and down. They want to play at a pace. LeBron's really hadn't played that since earlier in his career. They haven't been playing to that pace lately. They started off earlier in the year, so now who are they? What's their identity? We talk about it all the time in sports. It's about creating an identity, enforcing that identity on people in the game, on the court. And that's what the Lakers, what I didn't see. I don't see them game in and game out knowing exactly what they want to do, what they want to accomplish. And I see this difference in energy game in that I don't know which Laker team, and you would expect with all those young players they have, you would expect that to be a little more consistent. Now, Tyson Chandler, I expect him to be a little up and down. LeBron, even this age, I can give him a night off or 2. But these younger players, no. That right there, to me, is a problem.
It also seemed like they were all sort of missing at the same time. They missed 33 for three-pointers, which means they were all having a bad shooting. How rare is that?
Listen, 5 of 35 from 3, you're going to get beat. You lose. You don't have any point guard starting the second half. You're going to get beat. The best player in the world has the worst, one of the 5 worst games he's had in 5 years. You're going to get beat, but sees bigger picture stuff about even if you get beat, the way you get beat, how ready are you to play? This was not that dissimilar to a bad loss they had the night before LeBron scored 51 in Orlando a week ago, where they just didn't come out ready to go. Like, you can't have a young team that's trying to prove itself that comes out flat this all.
I mean, I've been willing to be patient with LeBron going to the Lakers. But last year, this Lakers team, young, potential, like a few years away, they were 8-12 at this point. So how much better are they now with LeBron at 11-9? So for me, right now, it's time for them to start showing the improvement that they were showing. Now we saw them go back, got swept in the season series by Orlando. Really? So when I look at the teams in the West, like right now, who could the Lakers beat in the series? And so that, to me, is a big problem moving forward.
I want to ask you guys about the reported deal that might be out there, the trade that might be out there, Brandon Ingram for Bradley Beal. Where do you stand there?
Listen, I think Bradley Beal is a poor man's Klay Thompson, which is not a bad thing at all. That's a compliment. I think Bradley Beal is a perfect fit for LeBron. I think Bradley Beal would instantly make this team better, and I would absolutely unequivocally not make this move. This summer, they had the option of moving Brandon Ingram as the biggest piece in a trade and getting back Kawhi Leonard. And they said, no, we're going to wait.
But you also would have had to include some other pieces.
You would have had to include at least Kuzma. The report was they didn't want Lonzo in San Antonio, so it would have been, I think it was Ingram, Kuzma, maybe Josh Hart, maybe not, and a draft pick. But the piece that the Lakers would not move off of was Ingram. And so I understand it's not a 1-for-1, and I don't know if this would be an exact 1-for-1. It almost surely wouldn't be. You'd probably move KCP as well or something. That doesn't matter. But you cannot stray from the plan 20 games in. If you add Bradley Beal, you're out of the game for a max free agent.
Because it's a panic move?
And that's the reason. It's not the player, it's not the skill, it's because it really gets you off track of what you planned on doing. So it's not a matter of, man, does Bradley Beal fit in with LeBron and all that? No, it's not, because you're not going to be able to get a max player, and you're not going anywhere with LeBron and Bradley Beal. You're just like LeBron and Kevin Love. I would debate, man, Bradley Beal probably is a better fit than Kevin Love with LeBron. Like, people would be able to debate that. You're not going anywhere in this NBA with those two.
So why would they even contemplate a deal like
I think this is, I think it's something that you discuss. I think that they do talk about the fit. They also talk about the fact that Brandon Ingram we're still waiting on the leap. We're still waiting on the night where Ingram goes for 35, and we're like, oh, okay, at least he has that in him. I'll bring this up until it's not true. Since high school, Brandon Ingram scored more than 26 points one time.